The Farmer's Dream. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush green fields, lived a farmer named Jack. Jack was a hard-working man, tending to his crops day in and day out with a heart full of hope and a dream in his eyes. One evening, as the sun was setting, Jack sat under an ancient oak tree after a long day's work. He gazed out at his fields, his mind filled with a longing for something more. He dreamed of a bountiful harvest, a life of prosperity, and a happy family. But it seemed like his small farm couldn't yield enough to fulfill his desires. One night, as Jack drifted off to sleep, he had a peculiar dream. In his dream, a wise old man appeared, shimmering with a radiant glow. The old man introduced himself as the spirit of the fields. He smiled warmly at Jack and said, "Dear farmer, I see the toil and dedication in your heart. I have a gift for you, a bag of magical seeds. Plant them, nurture them, and see your dreams come true." The next morning, Jack woke up feeling a renewed sense of purpose. He couldn't shake the dream from his mind. He wondered if it was just a fantasy or something more profound. With a mix of curiosity and skepticism, he ventured out to the fields and found a small bag hidden under the oak tree, the very bag of magical seeds from his dream. Jack hesitated for a moment, but decided to trust the dream's guidance. He began planting the enchanted seeds all over his farm. To his amazement, the seeds sprouted into vibrant, otherworldly plants. They grew at an astonishing rate, and soon his farm was a spectacle of colors, shapes, and sizes he had never seen before. Word spread like wildfire through the village, and soon people came from far and wide to witness Jack's magical farm. Tourists marveled at the wonders, and traders offered handsome prices for the unique produce. Jack's dream of prosperity had come true, and his farm became renowned throughout the land. But amidst all the success, Jack's heart remained humble. He didn't hoard his newfound wealth but used it wisely to improve the village's infrastructure and help those in need. The once modest farmer had turned into a beloved figure in the community, admired for his generosity and kindness. As time passed, Jack realized that the true magic wasn't in the seeds, but in his unwavering determination and belief in his dreams. The magical seeds were merely a catalyst for unlocking the potential within him. With newfound wisdom, he shared this realization with everyone, inspiring others to pursue their dreams fearlessly. One day, as Jack sat under the same oak tree where it all began, he saw the spirit of the fields once more. Gratitude filled his heart, and he thanked the spirit for the magical seeds and the lessons learned. The spirit smiled kindly and said, "It was never about the seeds, my dear farmer. The magic was always inside you. Keep nurturing your dreams, and they will continue to flourish." From that day on, Jack continued to cultivate his farm and inspire others to pursue their dreams. His magical farm became a symbol of hope and a testament to the power of believing in oneself. And so, the farmer's dream lived on, not just in Jack's heart but in the hearts of everyone he touched. And they all learned that the greatest magic in life lies within us, in our dreams, hopes, and the courage to pursue them, no matter how impossible they may seem. The Farmer's Dream Part 2. In a quaint village, surrounded by a mystical forest, there lived a young girl named Lily. She was known for her adventurous spirit and her love for exploring the woods. But there was one place she had never dared to enter, the enchanted grove. The locals believed it was home to magical creatures, and that anyone who dared to venture inside would be cursed. One day, as Lily was picking wildflowers near the grove, she heard a soft, melodious voice singing from within. Curiosity got the best of her, and despite her fear, she stepped closer to the mysterious place. Peering through the dense foliage, she saw the source of the song, a radiant fairy with shimmering wings. The fairy spotted Lily and smiled warmly. "Hello, young one," she said, her voice like the tinkling of wind chimes. "Fear not, for I mean you no harm." Lily's heart pounded in her chest, but she couldn't resist the allure of the enchanting creature. With trembling steps, she entered the grove and introduced herself to the fairy, whose name was Aurora. They spent hours talking and laughing, and Lily learned about the magical wonders hidden within the grove. As the days passed, Lily and Aurora became the best of friends. Lily kept her newfound friendship a secret, fearing that the villagers wouldn't understand. But as she spent more time in the enchanted grove, she noticed a change within herself. She felt more confident, compassionate, and connected to nature. However, secrets have a way of coming to light. One evening, as Lily returned home after a delightful day with Aurora, her worried parents confronted her. They had noticed her absence and were concerned for her safety. Faced with the truth, Lily tearfully confessed about her friendship with the fairy and how it had transformed her. To her surprise, instead of scolding her, Lily's parents listened attentively and smiled. They revealed a long-kept family secret. Generations ago, their ancestors had also befriended the magical beings of the enchanted grove. Lily's parents understood the bond she had formed and how it had awakened a legacy within her. Embracing her newfound identity, Lily's parents encouraged her to continue her friendship with Aurora and explore the magical world of the enchanted grove. Lily's fear of the villagers' judgment dissolved, and she felt a newfound sense of belonging. From that day on, Lily became the bridge between the village and the magical creatures. She introduced the villagers to the wondrous beings of the enchanted grove, dispelling the age-old myths of curses and danger. As more people embraced the enchantment, harmony blossomed between the villagers and the magical realm. Lily's bravery and open heart inspired others to embrace the unknown and find magic in the ordinary. She became a symbol of unity and understanding, showing that friendship and acceptance could bring joy and wonder into even the most fearful hearts. And so, the village flourished, not just in prosperity, but in the enchantment of life itself. Lily's story spread far and wide, reminding everyone that sometimes the most magical things can be found in places we once feared, and that true friendship can transform our lives in the most extraordinary ways. The Farmer's Dream Part 3. In a quaint countryside village, there lived a farmer named Sarah. She had inherited a small but fertile piece of land from her grandparents, and ever since she was a little girl, Sarah dreamed of turning it into the most beautiful and abundant farm in the region. Every day, Sarah toiled tirelessly, tending to her crops with love and care. But despite her efforts, the farm struggled to yield a plentiful harvest. The weather was unpredictable, pests wreaked havoc on her plants, and resources were scarce. As time passed, Sarah's dream began to waver, and she wondered if her ambitions were simply too grand for her humble farm. One evening, feeling disheartened, Sarah sat on a haystack, gazing at the setting sun. A sudden gust of wind brought with it a whiff of fresh earth and blooming flowers. Sarah closed her eyes, and in that moment, she had a vivid dream. In her dream, a mysterious figure appeared before her, a wise old farmer with a beard as white as snow. He spoke with a soothing voice, "Fear not, Sarah, for I am the keeper of dreams. I have heard your deepest desires, and I bring you a gift." With a flick of his wrist, he presented Sarah with a magical seed, unlike any she had ever seen before. "Plant this seed with love, and believe in its potential," the old farmer said, "and you shall witness the transformation of your farm beyond your imagination." Sarah woke up the next morning, clutching the magical seed in her hand. Though skeptical, she couldn't shake the vividness of the dream. Deciding to trust in the old farmer's words, she planted the seed in the center of her farm, nurturing it with all her heart. To her amazement, the seed grew into a magnificent tree that towered over the farm. Its branches stretched wide, providing shade to the crops, and its leaves glimmered in the sunlight. Underneath the tree, Sarah noticed a small crystal-clear pond, and as she peered into its depths, she saw reflections of her dreams coming to life. Each time she tended to the tree, Sarah could feel its magical energy infusing her farm. The weather seemed to cooperate, and her crops flourished like never before. The pests vanished, replaced by friendly birds and butterflies that helped pollinate her plants. Word of the magical tree and its farmer's bountiful harvest spread throughout the village. People marveled at Sarah's newfound success and wanted to learn her secret. She shared her story, and soon the village farmers began planting their own magical seeds, fostering a sense of hope and prosperity. But Sarah knew that her success wasn't solely due to the magical seed. It was her unwavering belief in her dreams, her hard work, and her love for the land that had truly made the difference. The tree had been a catalyst, reminding her of the power within her all along. As the years passed, Sarah's farm became a symbol of abundance and inspiration. Travelers from far and wide visited to witness the magical tree and the dreams it represented. Sarah became a respected figure in the farming community, always ready to help others chase their dreams and find their own magic within. And so, Sarah's farmer's dream story lived on, reminding everyone that dreams can come true, not through mere magic, but through the belief in oneself and the determination to nurture those dreams into reality. With hope in their hearts, the villagers continued to sow their seeds of dreams, knowing that anything was possible if they dared to dream and work towards it with love and perseverance. The Farmer's Dream Part 4. In a quaint village, nestled between emerald hills and blooming meadows, lived a farmer named Thomas. Thomas was an ordinary man with an extraordinary dream. He wanted to create a farm that would not only feed his village but also bring joy and prosperity to everyone around. Thomas had a special bond with the land. He believed that the soil held secrets waiting to be unlocked by those who listened to its whispers. Every morning, he would walk through his fields, feeling the earth beneath his feet and greeting his crops with a smile. He treated each plant as a friend, nurturing them with love and care. One night, Thomas had a dream that would change his life forever. In his dream, he saw a radiant figure bathed in golden light. The figure introduced itself as the spirit of abundance. Thomas, the spirit said, "Your heart is pure, and your love for the land is unmatched. I have come to grant you a gift, the gift of understanding the language of nature." When Thomas woke up, he felt a newfound sense of connection to the world around him. He could sense the needs of his plants, the secrets of the soil, and the harmony of the ecosystem. Armed with this gift, he set out to transform his farm into a thriving sanctuary of abundance. He began experimenting with new farming techniques, blending traditional wisdom with the insights he gained from nature. He introduced companion planting, letting different crops support and protect each other. He built a small pond to attract beneficial insects and birds, creating a delicate balance in his fields. As Thomas's farm blossomed, so did his village. The townspeople marveled at his success and sought his guidance to improve their own farms. Thomas happily shared his knowledge, believing that true abundance was something to be shared, not hoarded. But Thomas's dream extended beyond his village. He envisioned a world where every farmer could connect with nature, unlocking its secrets to create abundance and harmony. He organized workshops and gatherings where farmers from far and wide could learn from each other and build a community of like-minded souls. Word of Thomas's mission spread, and soon, farmers from distant lands traveled to visit his farm and learn from his wisdom. They called him the Harmony Farmer, a name that captured the essence of his dream. Thomas's farm became a hub of innovation and inspiration, attracting researchers, environmentalists, and dreamers alike. As his influence grew, so did his responsibility. Thomas realized that he had the power to influence agricultural practices on a larger scale. He used his newfound platform to advocate for sustainable farming methods and conservation efforts. Governments and organizations began to seek his advice, recognizing the impact he could make on the world. Through his passion and perseverance, Thomas turned his farmer's dream into a reality. His farm became a symbol of hope and transformation, showing the world that farming could be more than just a means of survival. It could be a harmonious dance with nature, a partnership of giving and receiving. And so, the Harmony Farmer's dream story lived on, inspiring generations of farmers to connect with the land, listen to nature's wisdom, and create abundance for all. Thomas's legacy was not only in the lush fields he cultivated, but also in the hearts of those he touched, reminding them that dreams could be powerful catalysts for positive change in the world.